Good evening, class, and welcome to Lesson 9.5. Let's begin by taking a look at our essential question. How can you identify a relationship between two numerical patterns? Let's begin by unlocking our problem and taking a look at our word problem. On the first week of school, Joel purchases 2 movies and 6 songs from his favorite media website. If he purchases the same number of movies and songs each week, how does the number of songs purchased compare to the number of movies purchased from one week to the next? So let's begin with step 1. It says, use the 2 rules given in the problem to generate the first 4 terms in the sequence for the number of movies and the sequence for number of songs. So we must begin by seeing how many movies does Joel purchase each week? Well, let's come back up here. It says on the first week of school, Joel purchases 2 movies. So he's going to continue to do that. So over here we have 2 movies. Now our second question is, how many songs does Joe purchase each week? Well, if we go back to our word problem, it says 2 movies and 6 songs from his favorite media website. So we know that this is going to be 6 songs. So it says, back to our problem, says to use the 2 rules given in the problem to generate the first 4 terms in the sequence for the number of movies and the sequence for number of songs. So the sequence for the number of movies each week is, well, the number of movies is 2 plus 2 for the second week would be 4. 4 plus 2 for the third week would be 6. 6 plus 2 for the fourth week would be 8. Now, we generate the sequence for the number of songs each week. Well, each week we know we're going to add 6 songs onto it. So we start with 6. 6 plus 6 is 12. 12 plus 6 is 18. 18 plus 6 is 24. So now let's take a look at step 2. It says write number pairs that relate the number of movies to the number of songs. So week 1, it would be 2 and 6 for 2 movies and 6 songs. So our number pair would be 2 and 6. So if we look at week 2, it would be movies for week 2, songs. So their number pair would be 4 and 12. Now we look at week 3. So we go over week 1, week 2, week 3. So the songs is going to be 6. So let's put our 6. And our movies, week 1, week 2, week 3. Our songs is going to be 18. Now let's take a look at week 4. So we go over week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. So our movies is going to be 8. And let's go over week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. So our songs is going to be 24. So there are our numbered pairs. Now let's take a look at step 3. For each number pair, compare the number of movies to the number of songs. Write a rule to describe this relationship. Well, we got to kind of think to ourselves. For each related number pair, the second number is how many times as great as the first number? So let's look at it. What times 2 equals 6? What times 4 equals 12? What times 6 equals 18? And what times 8 equals 24? Well, we know our multiplication tables well enough to know that 2 times 3 equals 6. 4 times 3 equals 12. 6 times 3 equals 18. And 8 times 3 equals 24. So our rule then becomes to multiply by 3. So, from one week to the next, the number of songs Joel purchased is 3 times as many as the number of movies purchased. Now let's take a look at another example. Let's begin by reading our word problem. When Alice completes each level in her favorite video game, she wins 3 extra lives and 6 gold coins. What rule can you write to relate the number of gold coins to the number of extra lives she has won at any level? How many extra lives will Alice have won after she completes 8 levels? So we've got our levels going across here, our extra lives row, and our gold coin row. So let's begin. So she wins 3 extra lives and 6 gold coins for each level. Completes each level. So we've got 0, 3. So when she gets 3, she gets 6 gold coins. When she gets 6 for the second level, she gets 12 gold coins. In the third level, she gets 9 and 18. The next level, she gets 12. She's on the, because she gets 3 extra lives. 4 times 3 is 12, and 6 gold coins, so 4 times 6 is 24. So the next one would be 8 times 3 would be 24, and 8 times 6 would be 48. So the question then becomes, what rule can you write to relate the number of gold coins to the number of extra lives she has won at any level? So it says to add, because if you notice we kept adding 3, 0, 3, 6, 9, so add 3, or down at the bottom it increased by 6, 0, 6, 12, 18, that was to add 6. So if we look between our extra lives and our gold coins, we would be, if we're going multiply, it would be to multiply by 1/2 or divide by 2, because 6 divided by 2 equals 3. 12 divided by 2 equals 6. 18 divided by 2 equals 9. 24 divided by 2 is 12. So let's begin with step 1. To the left of the table, complete the rule for how you could find the number of extra lives won from one level to the next. Well, we've already done that, but down here we can complete it because we know that we're going to add 3. Add 3, because 0 plus 3 is 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 plus 3 equals 9. 9 plus 3 equals 12. So from one level to the next, Alice wins 3 more lives. Now step 2, it says to the left of the table, complete the rule for how you would find the number of gold coins won from the level to the next. Well, we know that 0 plus 6 equals 6. 6 plus 6 equals 12. 12 plus 6 equals 18. 18 plus 6 equals 24. So from one level to the next, Alice wins 6 more gold coins. So now let's take a look at step 3. Write number pairs that relate the number of gold coins to the number of extra lives won at each level. So on level 1, it is gold coins, extra lives. So it's 6 and 3. So level 2, 1, 2, it is 12 gold coins, 2, 1, 2, 6 extra lives. So level 3, it is 1, 2, 3, 18 gold coins, 2, 1, 2, 3, 9 extra lives. Level 4, it is 1, 2, 3, 4 gold coins. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 12 extra lives. So now step 4 says to complete the rule to the right of the table that describes how the number pairs are related. Use your rule to find the number of extra lives at level 8. So think to yourself, for each level, the number of extra lives is, well, blank as great as the number of gold coins. So the extra lives, we have 3 and 6, and we know that 3 is half of 6. We have 6 and 12, and we know that 6 is half of 12. We have 9 and 18, and we know that 9 is half of 18. So our rule is extra lives is, oops, sorry, not half as great as the number of gold coins. So the rule is to multiply by 1/2, or we can actually do the inverse operation of that, and that would be to divide by 2. So after 8 levels, Alice will have won 24 extra lives. So now let's take a look at our password for tonight. And what I want you to do is explain to me what is the difference between a scale and an interval on a graph. What is the difference between a scale and an interval on our graphs, particularly on our line graphs? What is the difference between a scale and an interval on our line graphs? All right, be sure you record that in your math journal and bring it with you to class tomorrow. See you then.
Bye.